Hello and welcome to this webinar about business planning and how not to run your business blind. I'm going to talk you through some tips over the next 20 minutes about how to plan within your business and how it can help you and about knowing your numbers. So grab yourself a drink, settle down, and we will be chatting for the next 20 minutes. So firstly, let me ask you a question. Are you actually running your business blind? Now let me explain. What I mean by that is, how many of you are running your business without having the key reports and planning within your business to actually make informed decisions? I see this quite a lot in businesses. You probably answer me, yes, I've got my management accounts or financial accounts, I get them once a year. But is that really good enough? So over the next 20 minutes, I'm going to talk you through some key areas to business plan. But first of all, I want to introduce myself. Okay, I'm Sally Brady. I'm a business planning specialist and executive coach. And I've worked as a successful accountant and senior manager in the corporate sector for over 30 years. So I understand numbers and I understand how profit margins get squeezed and people get squeezed with the overwhelming pressure this brings. And having my own company, I'm also aware of the struggles of the business owner and the many hats you have to wear, and how things like cash planning and reporting and business planning are essential within the business. So for me, during my corporate time within the sector, I saw some great leaders, fantastic leaders who knew nothing about numbers, but they didn't need to know about the numbers because I had a strong team around them. So they had the key support that a small business doesn't have. So this was my why to start doing what I do. And that was to help small businesses understand the numbers and help them plan. Now, when I talk about small businesses, I'm talking about anything from a startup to an established business that's 2 to 3 years old. And quite often, even recently, I've come across a business that's 27 years old and had no planning in place. So this is not just specific to, a 1 year or startup business. I see this quite a lot. So let's start. Right, before we get started, actually, one myth I'd like to dispel is that you need to be an accountant or an employing accountant to be able to plan within your business and know your numbers. Anybody can do this, absolutely anybody. It's not something that you need to be a financial wizard for. You don't need to be a mathematician to be able to plan within your business. It's about knowing your numbers and knowing your business. And the reason you started your business was because you had a key area of expertise. So you actually do know your business and you know how to run your business. So this is about putting a plan in place with that knowledge. Okay, so let's look at the annual performance. What I mean by annual performance is from when you started. Okay, so you might have started in 2019, 2020, 2017, but you'll have started and you've probably gone to the bank and you needed a business plan, or you didn't go to the bank, but you had some money in the bank and you had a plan. So you had a plan. And what I mean by plan, you had an idea to start a business and you wanted to work for yourself. You didn't want to be an employee within your business. You wanted to be an owner of a business, a successful business. So you started with this plan. Okay, so your first year, things go quite well. You've got money in the bank, you're making sales, and you see that as a success. So you're 50% there to where you want to be within your business. Everything's going great guns, you're happy, you're busy. You're keeping busy in your business. But let me ask you a question. Are you busy in your business or on your business? So just bear that in mind. Okay. 2020 hits and a pandemic hits, and suddenly your business has to close or your business has dropped off significantly. So from being 50% to where you want to be, you go to 25%, if that. You might be still in profit, but you're not quite where you thought you'd want to be after the year you had in your startup, or even not even a startup, you might have had a good previous year. But some key facts, 95% of all businesses fail within the first 5 years. And that is down to a fear of numbers, having no accountability and no measures in place, and you didn't follow the plan. So all these factors build up to a failing business. Now, you don't have to be that failing business. And I understand about fear of numbers. I see it all the time. And one of the things a lot of businesses don't have is accountability. So you're not accountable for yourself, because you haven't got the plan in place and you're not measuring it. And if you're not measuring it, how do you know how well you're doing? And if you have a fear of numbers, are you running away from your numbers, or do you actually know what you're doing? The answer to that question, I would think, for a lot of you is no. Okay, so 2021, you want to get things in place. You want to know how and where you are. But how do you do it? What are you going to do? What are you going to do differently? Now, this is where what I want to teach you is the key aspect to move your business forward is to start planning, is to start knowing your numbers, is to be really clear on how your business is performing, how your cash is performing, and measure everything. Because if you don't measure it, how can you manage it? You don't know what's happening within your business. So let's start at the beginning. And when I talk about the beginning, I mean the beginning. The first thing that I always teach my clients is to start with a cash flow. Now, I do a cash flow training that I run once a month. And the amount of people who don't even have the basics in place is probably you might say shocking, but I doubt it, because you might find that you haven't got it in place either. So it's not shocking. It's quite normal within businesses, but it's something every business should have. Start simple. Start by understanding and managing your cash flow. Start with a simple spreadsheet about income, knowing your income, plot your income. Know your expenditure, plot your expenditure, and then measure them weekly. Don't leave it monthly, don't leave it quarterly. That's pointless. That's time gone, and you haven't got the visibility within your business. So start with something simple. Start with your cash flow. Build a simple spreadsheet. Now, in my training, I talk you through how to do this. So it's, I say choose your tool and then do your planning. So do a cash flow, build a cash flow. Start with simple and keep it simple so that you'll track it. From there, review what you have in place within your business. Look at your reporting. What have you got? Have you got monthly management accounts? Have you got annual accounts? Do you have any form of reporting at all that you can use? You might have done a business plan when you started, as I say. Review it, have a look at it. What did it say? And how did you measure it? Or did you measure it? So have a look what you've got in place, because it's a good place to start, because you might already have something that you can use rather than having to go back to basics. If you haven't, it's not a problem. It's no, it's now's the time. You're going to start planning. It's fine. So review what you've got and what you can use. Have you got an accounting system that produces certain reports that you can actually use and manipulate, so it'll give you some visibility within your business? Have you got an accountant that's, or a bookkeeper that you could use to help you start planning, and then plan it together, do this together, so an exercise that you are doing together, so that everybody is on the same page and understanding what's happening. Next thing I want you to do is actually build the business plan itself. So start with your current year and look at everything that you've spent this year. Even if you haven't finished your financial year, it doesn't matter. Go and look at your numbers. If you've got an accounting system like Xero, QuickBooks, Sage, go and print off a profit and loss and a balance sheet and see what it's telling you right now, and have a look at it. Understand it. Get to know what's in those numbers so that you can start planning for your year ahead. If you've got an accountant and you're waiting for your year-end financials, ask them for the figures now. Tell them that you're trying to build a business plan, and have a look at what the figures say right now, and then think about, where do you want to be? Where do you want your business to be, and where do you personally want to be? Because that's key to this, because this is your personal journey as well as your business journey. Because at the end of the day, without the business, you've got nothing either. So you need to plan your financial goal for yourself here too. Then once you've got your current year in place, think about year 2, think about year 3, and then go to year 5. Think about 5 years ahead. People always ask you, where do you want to be in 5 years? So this is your time to plan for the next 5 years. And yeah, all right, we've had a pandemic, and you know, it's a finger in the air, but it could be a good finger in the air. Like, I know where I want to be in 5 years, so I've got my plan in place to where I want to be. And I can hear you saying, oh, it's all right if you're an accountant. As I just said, you don't have to be an accountant. You just need to know where your business needs to be. So start to give yourself the visibility you need to succeed within your business. Think about that, build that business plan, know your income, know where you want to grow that income and how you're going to grow the income, and then apply the cost to it. So where do you want to be in 1, 2, 3, and 5 years? Where do you want your income to be? How are you going to grow it? What's the cost of growing that income? And start to give yourself the visibility you need to succeed within your business. Right, once you've got a business plan in place, think about how you're going to measure it. What key performance indicators and what measures do you need that are important to you and important to your business to help you grow the business and help you keep on track? You want to measure your sales. You want to measure your cost of sales. No way. But I talk about cost of sales, I mean any cost that's associated with making a sale within your business. So if it's a service business and it's you, it'll be your time and your travel or your, you know, anything to do with you personally when you're delivering either your training or if you're an accountant, what it costs to produce those accounts, your time. If you make a product, what are the costs associated with making that product? Do you have any direct labor costs? And what I mean by direct labor costs again is, what do you have in your employees? Which employees actually make that product? So they would be direct labor costs. Measure that. Measure the costs of making that sale. Another thing you want to know about is gross profit. What gross profit are you making? So the profit before any administration expenses, and when I talk about administration expenses, I'm talking about the expenses of running an office, utility, rent, finance staff, office staff, admin staff, you know, any general expense basically that's not associated with making a sale within your business. So that would be your gross profit. The next thing you want to know is your net profit. So your net profit is all the costs within your business before tax. So that's your sales, cost of sales, and then administration expenses. So the bottom line, your net profit before tax. Track that. What net profit are you making? Are you making 1%, 10%, 15%, 5%? What is it? Track it. Same with your gross profit. What percentage are you making? Again, how are you going to grow your sales? Measure your sales, measure your percentage of sales that you're making and track them. Now you can do all this on a simple spreadsheet. Now I build a business plan. With the businesses I work with, I build a business plan that I put into a pack that is measurable. So they have the spreadsheets and they also have a readable booklet of what the plan was for the next 5 years. So to me, that's key because you need to refer to it, but you also need to track it. So by tracking it on a spreadsheet, you've got the accountability there. So I build a suite of reports. So I look at prior year, current year, what the plans are for the next 5 years, and then we build in some key performance indicators that are easily printable within this pack. And within that pack, we also look at cash management as well. So I build a whole suite of reports. The other thing I do is obviously on a monthly basis review this with them, with my clients, and I suggest you do the same. Review. Now I do it on a subscription basis. I run a monthly subscription where I actually review my clients, you know, plans. They do them themselves, they send them to me, I check it through, we have a chat, ask questions, and it keeps you accountable as well. Okay, so once you've got your measure, you've got your plan, you've got your measures in place, the next thing is implement it. And implement it now. Don't wait till next month, next year. Don't make the excuses because you're fearful of what this is telling you. Actually implement now and understand it, and ensure that everyone else around you understands the key goals and how to measure it. Ensure that everybody else knows exactly why you're implementing this plan, these key performance indicators. Share it with your partner, your husband, your wife, your staff. Share it with everybody that's involved in your business, so that everybody is there driving it through with you. Again, it's key to know, it's key to have the support and the accountability, and everybody can play their key part within your business and actually help you with the planning. So implement it now, don't wait. Okay, so the next thing is review and measure. So review every month, not quarterly or annually. If you want to succeed, you need to know your numbers now. This is so key. As I say, the amount of people say to me, oh, can we review it quarterly? No, review it monthly, even weekly when you first start. Keep yourself on track. To be able to make informed decisions within your business, you need to be agile. You need to have the ability to flex your plan and survive and be on top of your numbers. So it is key to know your numbers and to measure them. So keep reviewing. Put it in your calendar every month to review your numbers and understand them. Understand your profit and loss, understand your balance sheet, understand your cash flow. Make sure that you know the key areas that you're measuring and that you are asking the right questions of yourself, of your team, of your business. Because without knowing your numbers, how are you going to succeed? So it's really key within your business to understand what is going on. Again, go back to the key performance measures that you want. What is it that you want measurable within your business every month? You know, what is key to you? And make sure you measure it. Have a weekly meeting, have a monthly meeting, even if it's just with yourself. Sit down for half an hour every month and measure what you're doing within your business. It's so key. And I keep saying it's so key because it is. We've just had a pandemic and the amount of businesses I've seen failing. Again, the statistics about small businesses failing, 95% fail within the first 5 years. And this is all about not knowing your numbers, not measuring, not planning, not putting the key performance indicators in place to know where you are. This is all simple stuff. Keep it on a spreadsheet. As I say, keep the plan together on a spreadsheet. Have yourself a written plan so that you know where you are. So make sure that you review and measure each time. Okay, so what I would say to you is take action and take action now. You can do one of three things. You've got three choices here. You can do nothing and possibly fail, possibly not fail. You might be okay. You might be lucky and carry on doing what you're doing and having your once a year accountant tell you you've made a profit or not, wait till the end of the year, or you have management accounts, you wait till the end of the month, maybe I've made a profit, maybe I've not. I've not measured it, so I don't really know. Don't know what my cash is this week. Might do, might not. Oh, can I pay that person this week? Don't know. When's that customer paying? Oh, I've no idea. Or you can go away and do it yourself. Go and make a plan yourself. You're quite capable of it, as I said. You don't need to be an accountant to do it. You can do this by yourself. If you know how to use Google Docs, you've got spreadsheets, you've got a CRM of your customers, you have all the information in place from an accounting system. You're using Xero, QuickBooks, Sage, another accounting system. You've got a profit and loss and balance sheet and you understand it and you know what you're doing. Great. Pull all this together now. Take action now and build your plan. Build your 1 year, your current, your 1 year, your 2 year, your 3 year, your 5 year. Document it, track it, build some key performance indicators. You know what you need to measure. So go away and do it yourself now. Or I mentioned earlier, I do a subscription service. And within that subscription service, I make sure that my clients know exactly what they're doing. They have this plan, they know how to plan, they know what to plan. So I only charge £30 a month. And in that £30 a month, the first thing I do is spend a full hour with you going through what your plan is, how are you going to plan, how are you going to track, what you're going to do, what your business is, knowing your business, knowing all about your business. And then I give you the key tools to actually build your business plan and also track your cash. So I make sure that we have monthly reviews, so you're accountable. You send me your information, purely down to you. You send me your information and we go through it. I talk about KPIs with you. We do a cost saving review. We look at cost savings and how you can save money within your business. You might not need to save money within your business, but it's always good to review it. And I also offer telephone and email support. So you're accountable all the time and we talk all the time. I don't just wait till the end of the year to have a chat with you. we talk every month. So there you are. There's three choices there. Do nothing, go away and do it yourself, or join my subscription service. Okay, again, what do you get? What do you get for £30 a month? You get cash flow management support, financial reporting support. We look at the key indicators within your business, key reporting review. We look at cost savings, and I give you telephone and email support. We do this on a one-to-one 60-minute consultation when you first sign up with me. We look at everything together. We look at the planning you've got within your business and ensure you have a cash flow forecast in place and the reports you need. And if you don't, I've got templates that I've been building. I've got 30 years experience here that I can share with you. So you've got everything you need to start planning. And if you need more work with me, if we want to do a little bit more and there's more I can do with you, or you need the support, I offer you a 25% discount on any additional work required. So 25% off my hourly rate or my day rate to help you get started. So all you have to do is click on that link and sign up and get booked in for 60 minutes consultation with me. So all I would say to you today is take action. Start planning within your business. It's key to start planning. So I hope you enjoyed the webinar. If you want to reach out to me, I'm on LinkedIn, just look up Sally Brady. I have a website, sallybrady.co.uk. I'm on Facebook, or you can email me, sally@sallybrady.co.uk. Reach out to me, book some time with me, or take action and click on that link and sign up to a monthly subscription, and let's get you planning. Let's get the key planning within your business.